Welcome to Mindful Journey, a channel dedicated to unveiling the mysteries and marvels of our world, stirring your thoughts, and taking you on an unforgettable voyage through time. Our mission is to pique your curiosity and inspire you to explore the fascinating stories that shape our world, from the rise and fall of empires to the breakthroughs and blunders of modern times. So, buckle up and prepare for an engaging journey. Today, we delve into the intriguing world of history's most expensive blunders. Our journey begins in 2001 with the Enron Scandal, a dreadful miscalculation that led to a loss of around $74 billion in shareholder investments. Enron, once a celebrated energy company, became synonymous with one of the most notorious cases of corporate corruption and fraud in American history. The company's tumble from grace was swift and steep, shaking the financial world to its core. At the heart of the scandal was an elaborate web of deceit. Enron manipulated its financial statements to project a false image of profitability and stability, tricking investors, employees, and the public. This illusion was maintained through a complex scheme of partnerships and special-purpose entities, effectively hiding the company's mounting debt and losses from the public eye. But like a house of cards, the elaborate facade couldn't hold forever. As the truth began to unravel, the stock price plummeted, leaving shareholders in a state of shock and despair. Shareholder investments, once thought to be rock solid, vanished into thin air, amounting to a staggering loss of about $74 billion. The fallout was immense. Thousands of employees lost their jobs, their savings, and their retirement plans. It was a devastating blow to individuals who had put their trust and their future in the hands of the company. The scandal sent shockwaves through Wall Street and beyond, leading to a crisis of confidence in corporate America. The Enron scandal served as a wake-up call. It exposed the need for greater transparency and accountability in business practices. In response, the Sarbanes-Oxley Act was passed in 2002, introducing major changes to the regulation of corporate governance and financial practice. But the legacy of the Enron scandal is far from over. It continues to serve as a stark reminder of the potential consequences of unchecked corporate greed and unethical behavior. It's a cautionary tale that echoes through the halls of business schools and boardrooms, reminding us of the importance of integrity, responsibility, and transparency in business. The Enron scandal, a harsh reminder of the devastating consequences of corporate greed. Fast forward to 2015, where we encountered the Volkswagen emissions scandal, costing the company over $30 billion. In the heart of Germany, a scandal was brewing that would shake the automotive world to its core. Volkswagen, a household name in the auto industry, was about to face one of the most significant crises in its history. The company had developed a defeat device to manipulate the results of emissions tests. This deception allowed their diesel vehicles to seem compliant with environmental regulations when, in reality, they were emitting pollutants up to 40 times the legal limit. For years, Volkswagen had been touting the environmental friendliness of their clean diesel vehicles. But behind the scenes, they were playing a dangerous game of smoke and mirrors. When their trickery was finally exposed by researchers at West Virginia University, the fallout was immediate and severe. The scandal sent shockwaves around the globe. Trust in Volkswagen plummeted and the company's market value took a nosedive. Governments worldwide initiated investigations, and it wasn't long before the penalties started rolling in. In the United States alone, Volkswagen was hit with a staggering $14.7 billion settlement, the largest ever against an automaker. The settlement covered buybacks of the deceptive vehicles, environmental mitigation, and the promotion of zero-emissions technology. But the financial toll was only part of the story. The scandal tarnished Volkswagen's reputation, potentially causing long-term damage to the brand. It also sparked a broader discussion about the auto industry's role in combating climate change and the need for stricter emissions testing. The Volkswagen emissions scandal serves as a stark reminder of the potential consequences of corporate deception, not just in terms of financial loss, but also in terms of trust and reputation. It was a costly mistake that shook the automotive industry and left a lasting mark on Volkswagen's legacy. Volkswagen's deceitful emissions practices, a costly mistake that shook the automotive industry. Rewinding a bit to 1995, we stumble upon the collapse of Barings Bank with losses reported at a staggering £827 million. In the heart of London, Barings Bank stood as the city's oldest merchant bank. Established in 1762, it had weathered financial storms for more than 2 centuries. However, in the mid-90s, this financial titan met its match, not in the form of market crashes or economic recessions, but a single rogue trader named Nick Leeson. Leeson, a young trader from Watford, England, was stationed in Singapore, where he was supposed to be making low-risk, modest profit trades. However, behind the scenes, he was operating a secret account, making highly risky trades that were anything but modest. It was a high-stakes gamble that would eventually lead to the bank's downfall. As Leeson's losses mounted, he doubled down on his bets, hoping a big win would cover his tracks. Unfortunately, the financial markets did not cooperate. His risky trades turned into a financial abyss, consuming the bank's reserves at an alarming rate. The bank's management, blissfully unaware of the time bomb ticking in their books, continued to provide Leeson with funds to cover his margin calls, thinking they were supporting profitable trades. By the time they realized their mistake, it was too late. Barings Bank had accumulated losses that far exceeded its available capital. In February 1995, the bank declared bankruptcy. The news stunned the financial world. A bank that had stood the test of time, that had financed the Napoleonic Wars, was brought down by a single trader's unchecked risk-taking. The collapse of Barings Bank sent shockwaves through the banking industry, leading to tighter regulations and more vigilant risk management. It was a stark reminder that even the most established institutions can fall if they fail to properly manage risk. Barings Bank, a tale of unchecked risk-taking leading to a devastating collapse. Let's move to 2010, where we witness the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, a disaster costing BP over $65 billion. This is not just a tale of financial loss, but a grim reminder of the devastating impact of human error on our environment. In the Gulf of Mexico, a blowout at the Deepwater Horizon drilling rig led to the largest marine oil spill in the history of the petroleum industry. The reasons behind this disaster were multifaceted, stemming from a series of mechanical failures, human errors, and a lack of proper oversight. The consequences were far-reaching. The environment suffered immensely, with extensive damage to marine and wildlife habitats. The fishing and tourism industries were hit hard too, disrupting the livelihoods of countless individuals. BP, the multinational oil and gas company responsible for the spill, faced cleanup costs, fines, and settlements that exceeded $65 billion. A staggering sum that doesn't even begin to account for the long-term environmental damage. The Deepwater Horizon oil spill, an environmental catastrophe with an astronomical price tag. Finally, we arrive in 2012, where we see Kodak's failure to adapt to the digital age, leading to a significant decline in market value. For decades, Kodak dominated the world of film photography, but as the industry shifted towards digital, Kodak faltered. Despite having early access to digital camera technology, Kodak held back, fearing it would cannibalize their film business. A classic case of short-sightedness, it underestimated the pace at which digital technology would evolve and become the new norm. By the time Kodak realized its error, it was too late. The company struggled to compete in a market it could have led, and in 2012, the once titan of photography filed for bankruptcy. The market value, once towering over $30 billion in the late 90s, dropped to negligible levels. Kodak, a poignant example of the costly consequences of failing to adapt to technological change. From Enron to Kodak, we've witnessed some of history's most costly mistakes. They've led to staggering losses, from Enron's $74 billion shareholder wipeout to Volkswagen's $30 billion fallout, Barings Bank's collapse, Deepwater Horizon's $65 billion catastrophe, and Kodak's market value plummet. These blunders serve as stark reminders of the high stakes in our world of commerce and innovation. Thanks for joining us on this intriguing journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mindful Journey for more captivating content. Stay curious, stay mindful.